After a long break, here comes the new mail day with BeardedTinker. Let's see what the mailman brought this time. But before we proceed with today's video and look at what packages we have in store today, let me first thank all the wonderful people that are supporting me on the YouTube channel and have become my YouTube channel members. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And thanks to everybody who watched, liked or subscribed to my channel. Thank you. If you too want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking the join button down below. And now, let's look at what packages Mailman brought this time. This is really a big package. Let me find something to open it. My hands. I have definitely lost somewhere my scalpel, so I ordered a new one. Okay. With spare tips. Yeah, I'm not opening that, I will cut myself. And if I know myself, I will probably lose this one once again before I even need any spare tips or knives. But besides this nice fancy aluminium red scalpel, I also got this silicone mat for soldering. Of course, it's not cut proof, but I needed something to protect my desk when I work on things, and hopefully this will help. Scalpel and a silicone mat. Let's check the web listing. This scalpel was really used a lot, and I still didn't lose it, which is strange since I normally lose at least one every 2 or 3 months. I bought it from ESPLB store. The price for the one that I bought currently is €1.52, and if you go for more expensive shipping option that has tracking, you will pay total of around €2.30. There is not much to add about the scalpel. It really feels very nice in the hand, it has anti-slippery handle, and you do get with this option a spare knives. When I was building aircraft models with balsa, I used to have better scalpels with more various tips, but for what I'm currently doing, this one really is working great, and I think the price is really okay. And let's check also the silicone pad. The repair pad can be bought from many stores, and there are really a lot of options, from small ones to non-magnetic ones, ones that are magnetic, meaning that those pockets here usually are magnetized and will keep your screws, nuts and bolts inside without spilling them outside. I bought this one, which is 405 by 305 millimeters, and it fits nicely to my desk. There are smaller versions, bigger versions, depends on what you want to do and how big desk you have. The one that I bought now costs €13.77 with the €5.17 for the tracking, which adds up to roughly very close to €20. The question is it worth getting this for €20? Well, yes, depends all on what are you doing. For example, I have been doing a lot of brass inserts in the printed material. And for this you have to heat up the brass and insert it into the plastic, ABS in my case. And why I do that, I also want to make sure that everything fits nicely, so I just press that against this insulation or this silicone pad. If I didn't have that pad, I would have to press it against my desk, which on the other hand would ruin my desk. This is good for soldering, for disassembling, to keep the parts separated so you know where everything goes when you try to reassemble the part. And I do use it. I don't use it that often because I also have black mat from the IKEA. Would I recommend it? It really depends on how your setup for DIY project looks. If you have a desk and you have space for it, I would definitely recommend to have one as a spare somewhere so you can pull it out and put it on your desk when you need it. Let's check the next item. Integrated circuits. Oh, oh. Deadly, this one is for you. So these are various gyro sensors. Yeah, let me zoom in. So I have here 3 gyro sensors. They are different. This one is 9250. Let me zoom in a bit more. You probably can see markings. I cannot. This is 8250 and this is 521. So what's the general idea? I will be building a DIY seismometer. I've seen a couple of projects and they use variations of these sensors. So I will try and see if I can build some kind of DIY seismic sensor by using those here, because they have 3 gyroscopes with the 3 axes, so X, Y, Z, and I think they also work with the electromagnetic changes in electromagnetic field, so maybe they will be sensitive enough. I've seen at least one project using this one here, but those two should be more sensitive, so maybe this will be even better solution. So yeah, this is something that I will be playing a bit more. Thanks to Deadly, he inspired me after the last earthquake we had here. He posted the link to the I don't know to where, about the DIY seismic sensor. Then I started looking around and I've seen couple using this. So this will be used for the DIY seismic sensor, and hopefully I will be able to integrate it inside Home Assistant. So yeah, nothing fancy, but I really am looking forward to play a bit more with this. This is one of the 3 gyro sensors that I bought in the package. They were all from the same store, Vavgat official store, but unfortunately this one and the next one are not available anymore in this store, according to the link that I purchased them previously. In the description of the video I will be leaving links to them if I find them. Most of those small boards I do buy from the Vavgat official store, so my experience with them was really nice. And I did have at least 10, maybe even 15 purchases from them, depending on what I need for the projects, but most of them are either boards like this, sensors, motion sensors, gas sensors, etc., or the fake Arduinos. This model is MPU 9255, and it's a similar or replaces models 6050, 9150, 9250, etc. This is a gyroscope that is using magnetic fields to track the changes and positions of the X, Y, and Z. A lot of those replacement boards have the marking MPU, which is the equivalent of the GY for the gyroscope. I have to be honest and say that I still didn't have time to play with the seismic sensor, but this is something on my very long to-do list. But hopefully in 2022 I will be making those projects. I think I will be building 3 different or 3 of the same seismic sensors, but using 3 different modules. And maybe this will end up in a video or 2. I will be comparing in this video, hopefully, differences between the 9255, 9250 or 6500, and the simplest one of them, 521. 521 you can currently get for the price of €2.30, with the 20 cents shipping with the cheapest option without tracking, or 40 cents shipping with the tracking. You will pay for the package €2.53. These are great modules because you can also use them with other projects. For example, one of them is the LCD screen. I will be leaving a link to that, and you can then use it to track the motion of this LCD board. I know that one of the res pads I have has similar or maybe even this module inside to track the orientation. Is it in the landscape or portrait mode? Let's check the next package. Let's look what we have here. It's a test probe, one piece, $10. Well, one piece, this should be, not sure about $10. Okay. So, what's this for? This is for programming. Let me zoom in a bit. So, as you can see, this has 5 probes or 5 pins, and these tops here have spring. Oh look, somehow I did find a PCB and it has 5 pins. So this is the Geiger-Miller board for the Geiger-Miller project I'm working on, or well, I will be working on. Here you need to put the solder in the Zigbee module, and after you complete this module, you have to program the module. So the idea is that you just put this programming rig and hook it up to whatever you need to hook it up to program it, and you can program it. Then just remove it, insert the other board, and repeat the process. And since the needles are retractable and have a spring inside, they should make a good contact with the board. And this really is, if I shake it, it doesn't move anywhere. So yeah, I really do think that this is a great idea, whoever thought of this one. And I'm really glad I found it, because if I wouldn't have found this one, I would need to solder pins here, then put cables here, etc. and repeat this for every board I have. And I have a couple of projects, and for each project I have at least 5 if not 10 PCBs. So yeah, this really simplifies the process. So you just put it on the PCB, let it go, and here is the contact. Okay, let's check the web listing. Unfortunately, I have released videos of these projects or projects where I use them before I released video on this item specifically. So if you have seen my videos on the DIY watering station, Zigbee watering station, or DIY Zigbee Geiger-Miller counter, you probably have seen that I have been using this Pogo Pin programmer helper or programmer helper for various projects. And I really love it. I don't know who invented it, but it's brilliant. It's very easy to use it. You just insert the board, as I've shown previously in the video, hook up the programmer and program it. And you can do that very fast. So for example, if you have multiple boards, you can very quickly just insert, program, insert the next one. No header pin soldering needed. The one I bought is 2.54mm single row, and I think I bought the 5-pin version. Price of it is 12 euros and 6 cents, with the free shipping using AliExpress standard shipping that includes the tracking. I do have some other boards that have, I think, 1.25mm distance between the pins, so I will be probably buying one additional programmer just for the boards like that. Do I recommend buying it? Well, it all depends. If you're doing just 1 or 2 boards very infrequently, then you don't need it. You can use the header pins. But this really does make life easier. The only problem is that you have to decide on the distance between the pins. While 2.54mm is a standard one, there are some other options, and be careful when you buy them to align this with the most projects that you'll be doing. The other thing that you have to be careful is buying the required number of pins. Of course, the more pins, the more pricier it gets, but try to aim for the standard projects that you will be doing. Most of the projects that I'm doing or planning to do this year are the ones that are requiring 5 pins, so I also bought the 5P version. Let's check the next item. Let's check what we have here, and this time I have scissors. Hook up, hook up, hook up, hook up. Isn't there a YouTube channel called the Hook Up? I don't think this is the YouTube channel. Let's check what's inside. No, I haven't lost my scissors. Sorry, my scalpel. It's just strategically, yeah. Okay, this should be a bunch of sticky, gluey tapes, whatever. I have really no idea why I bought this. So, okay, now that this has come out, let's look at one. Come on. This is sticky surface, so this should be reusable stickers, and I really do not have idea why I bought them, but I bought 4 types here, and I think I also bought a roll of this tape. The smell of it is horrible. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why I bought them. I saw them and I was looking for something to glue things. For example, I bought myself a new desk, and I've temporarily hooked up LED strips. It looks very nice. Hopefully someday you'll be able to see it. But I've currently hooked the tape with this. So I was thinking of using something like this, probably those smaller ones, to glue or to hold the LED tape. But I also wanted to see if I can then safely remove the LED strip if needed. So yeah, this is probably why I ordered them. And as I said, I ordered a bunch of these that are pre-cut, and I'm still waiting for one that is a whole roll. So no ruler. I wanted to check. Oh, there is a ruler. Barbie ruler. Barbie rules. So this one is 2.5 centimeters. This one is 5 by 3. This one is square, it's 6 by 6. Yes. And this one is 7 by 5. Okay, enough about those. Let's check the web listing. This should be double-sided tape. And it is a double-sided tape, so this should be the one that's easy to use but also to remove. I will not be opening it because I don't want anything sticking on it, and I presume that this part here can be, well, it is sticky. You can see it from here. I can't remember what was the specific reason why I bought them. I think that one of the reasons was to be able to hook up some sensors temporarily when I test them. And the other reason was to glue the LED strip, not permanently, to my desk, which I have done in the meantime. So what I bought 1, 2, 3, 4 versions of those stickers here, round ones and square ones in various sizes to have as a spare ones when I need them. And I did use a couple of them, and I think I will be restocking because they are very nice. In terms of reusability, yes, you can use them multiple times, but it sometimes is very hard to unglue it from the surface. It doesn't damage the surface, just the traction or the stickiness of this tape is very good. And while you are trying to remove it, you may damage it. But on the other hand, I do think that it's a nice idea to have a stock of those at home. I bought this from a Lough small expert store, as I mentioned, all 4 types. And you can, for example, get 10 pieces of the round ones for €1.83 with the free shipping by using the AliExpress Saver Shipping. If you, for some reason, do not want tracking, you can go for the even worse, non-trackable version of using Kainao Super Economy shipping. But why would you? So I bought
4 of these, but I also bought the tape. Unfortunately, the tape itself is not available anymore from the store, but this one looks the closest to the one I bought. And it's here on my desk. You may be wondering why it's in this, packaging, because it's very sticky. And if you do not protect both sides, items will stick to it. But as I said, I'm using this and I have been using this one more than the patches. Why? Because you just cut the length that you need, you have protection film on one side, you stick it to the item you want to stick somewhere, remove the protective side from the back side and glue it to wall, desk, floor, or wherever you want to glue something there. Currently, I'm testing the read sensor on my gas meter by using this tape here. Price for 1 meter roll, 20 millimeters in white, is €1.26 with the free shipping. If you want to go with the shipping that is tracked, you will pay that extra shipping 17 cents. Currently, 5 meter version costs only €3.36 with the same 17 shipping with the tracking option. And I do recommend that even if you don't buy those patches that I listed previously, that you go for this one. It really is useful and handy, and it's not that expensive to not have one in stock. Let's check the next item.
Let's look at this one. It's vacuum parts. Xiaomi Zuhe times 32 pieces, $6. And I don't know how to open this. Wow, a lot of stuff here. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 replacement mops for the Xiaomi vacuum cleaner. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 replacement side brushes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 replacement filters. These are the water filters for the mop parts. We have here hair removal for the main brush, small brush, and these here should be main brushes. Yes, they are main brushes. I wouldn't say they are original, but nevertheless they look okay. And the reason I bought them is that I wanted to have something spare. 2 main brushes, 4 filters. I think this is 10 or 20 water filters. I will not be opening them right now. They are small, they can be lost. So you have to replace a pair when you're replacing them. 6 side brushes with the screws and 6 replacement cloths. They are a bit different. For example, I think that this brushy part on the original ones goes all the way here, but I may be mistaken. Yeah, but it's nice to have everything spare. So yeah, everything looks okay. Okay, let's check the web listing for this item.
The last package that I will be opening today was this package with the Roborock parts. When I bought the Roborock, I decided to stock up on spare parts, and I bought the 32 pieces package. So you have various options depending on the type of the Roborock or vacuum that you are using, but also the things that you want to stock up. Let me try and find the one I have. It's this one. The price currently is €24.73 with the free shipping with the tracking option included. As I've shown, you have these cups or filters for the water tank, you have spare comb and knife for the hair removal from the main brushes, You have 6 floor mops, you have 4 filters, 6 side wipes or side brushes. The ones here are not the silicone ones, but they work. 2 main brushes, 1 dust remover, and that's overall 32 pieces for your Roborock vacuum. The only thing that I already used from this package is those cloths here, because I'm using one while the other one is in the washing. Well, is it worth buying this package? I have mine Roborock almost a year now, maybe a couple of months less, around 10 months, and as I said, although we are using it heavily, I still didn't run out of time, according to the app, when I have to replace something. I think that closest to replacement currently is this filter, which is also a washable filter. So this will be first part that I will be replacing. Side brushes are working great. I don't have any problem with the filters that go into the water tank. And the main brush, it looks like new, although it did have a couple of 100 hours on it. But if you want to stock up on the parts, I think that this is a great deal. Yes, of course, you can find original parts for your Roborock vacuum, but if you look at what you get for that price, I think that this kit is worth buying and having as a spare somewhere in your apartment or house. And this is it for this Mail Day with Bearded Tinker. I really do hope that you did find something useful here. If you did, don't forget to give me a like. It means not just a lot to me, but it really helps with the YouTube algorithms. If you yourself have found something either on AliExpress, Banggood, or any other platform, drop a link, but do it on the Discord server. Unfortunately, YouTube still has a bug, and most probably your comment will be auto-deleted by YouTube, since I never ever deleted any comments and a lot of them are missing. If you want to leave a comment, you can do so by leaving a comment down in a comment section below. But as I mentioned previously, yes, you can also use the Discord server and you will probably get answer much faster. If you still haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified on the future video updates, and I'll be seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye and have fun.